Startup Europe was created to enable Europe to create the next big unicorn.
At Startup Lighthouse, we came up with the idea of a deep dive week where we bring startups from the same industry vertical together into a local ecosystem, introduce them into that ecosystem, and we chose travel tech for Dublin because there's such a strong travel tech community here in Dublin.
So Deep Dive Week is all about cross-border connection and bringing people together to connect with each other from all over Europe and achieve transnational cooperation and internationalization. We want them to grow in Europe and scale in not only in this continent but all over the world.
The focus of these deep dive weeks is on scaling businesses. All of the speakers, all of the training sessions, and all of the networking opportunities are helping startups find out how they scale their business so that when they return, they're ready to go.
Dublin over-indexes in terms of travel technology businesses, and I've been a CTO of 3 startups here around travel technology since the last 20 years, and I've seen the ecosystem grow and evolve and give birth to other, smaller minnows in the travel tech ecosystem.
So what does it take to go from 10 grand a month to 10 million?
Part of the challenge of essentially scaling a company is understanding the ecosystem that you live within and how you compete against those. So how do you best propose the value that you drive?
A lot of the mentors here, like myself, have spent years building businesses. We've realised the problems and challenges you have in scaling. The experiences we've gained and how we've solved problems, I think, is the highest value we deliver to the startups here.
So for a startup to engage with major international companies, the first thing they need to do is remember that a major international company is made up of very individual component parts. So they need to identify which component part of that large organisation they want to deal with. Once they've identified that, they need to be very specific in their pitch. They need to keep their pitch very short, very concise, and they need to identify the benefit that their product gives to that organisation in a very concise way.
The kind of issues that resonate tend to be common right through with the early stage companies. It's clarity on exactly what problem they're resolving.
Investor research and investor qualification is not done as well by startups that I tend to meet or tend to hear about when they go out on a fundraising journey. They fundamentally think they're looking for money, but in fact what they're looking for the best cultural as well as economic match.
We've had a fantastic week here. We've got to meet a great mentor, we've got to meet great contacts, someone potentially to sit on our advisory board for us.
We need the right network to reach new opportunities, new partnership outside of our box. We come from Italy, as my experience, and it's already difficult to find a good network in your state, in your countries, and it's really valuable to have partners that have a growing network in other countries.
The Deep Dive Week has been different for me compared to other events because of the pace of it and the high quality of the mentors we got, and also the rest of the startups were really top-notch.
We've got some amazing insights into the airline industry and how to sell to them, how to scale up, how to pitch, and we're really looking forward to the next couple of months in terms of getting to the right people and scaling globally.
What is very inspiring for us in this Deep Dive Week is to see that at the end of this week, the startups have realized opportunities beyond their geographic borders and in working with each other.
At DC Rhine Academy, we see a lot of startups over the course of a year. And one of the things that struck me from participating with the European startups on this deep dive week is that the challenges that they face are very, very similar to all of the challenges that we see the startups having here in Ireland. So it's clear that the European landscape, from a startup perspective, the challenges are identical. And that means that we can work together to really improve how those startups work and how they operate in the European market.